not gonna lie, it's kind of crazy that we have 6 Paper Mario games considering the consistency of the games are just all over the place. And when I mean all over the place, I mean there is a million different ways to play Paper Mario depending on what game you pick up. I mean seriously, you can have a classic turn-based RPG depending on the first 2, or you can just play the game where they're like, Paper Mario's an RPG? To be completely honest, it's still better than throwing stickers, cards, or even playing on a merry-go-round. Of course, fans have been begging for that classic gameplay back, and you know, fans have also come to the conclusion that maybe Nintendo is never going to go back to it again, and the question is, why Nintendo? Look, I know they want to get creative and add new things, add new abilities, and kind of give Paper Mario his feel again, and you know, even do crazy things like make Bowser black. But all these changes honestly are not that bad, but it just comes down to the fact that the battle system, 90% of the game is just so daggone bad. The game started off in Paper Mario 64 with a very simple turn-based battle system. Pick your hammer or you pick your boots, and you pick what type of hammer or boot you want to use, and just do the prompt on the screen. And then it's your partner's turn. And guess what? Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door comes in with a very similar battle system down to its core. Mario has his hammer, he has his boots, his items, all types of stuff for Mario to do. After he attacked, guess who got to go next? His partner. Super Paper Mario kind of just strips the entire battle system, and honestly, it's not even bad. The story is so great, the worlds are so much fun, and guess what? Mario has Now, Super Paper Mario wasn't even the downfall of the series. It actually was the best-selling Paper Mario game by far, because it resembled more of a new Super Mario Bros. Game in a 2D style, obviously. But Sticker Star... yeah, Sticker Star was to blame. The game wasn't that bad, believe it or not, the way people say it was, because at the end of the day, it was on the 3DS, and it actually sold pretty decently well to be on a 3DS, but, you know, once again, at the end of the day, it just wasn't the Paper Mario that fans really wanted to see again after so many years. And it does not go back to the traditional battle system, instead comes up with a new thing using stickers, which means you get to open up your book of stickers and use attacks that way, which there's just really no reason to fight because there's no XP and no really progression system at all, so you could literally go through the entire game avoiding every fight. Now, I'm even going to give them more credit on the fact that the stickers really aren't even that bad. The thing that really ruins the battle system and the bosses in general are thing stickers. They are real-life items converted into stickers, and they immediately just devour a boss. I mean, seriously, destroy a boss. And every boss has one main thing sticker weakness, so if you find that in the overworld, you can take that into the boss and pretty much beat the boss in less than 5 minutes. Home run! But guess who doesn't make an appearance in this game? Yep, partners. But once again, Sticker Star was really just an experiment trying something new, and people didn't like it. Okay, move on, right? Well, nope, Paper Mario Color Splash was just an HD home console version of Sticker Star. You used cards instead of stickers this time around, and you found a whole bunch of cards, and of course you got to level them up and all that good stuff, and once again, there was no level progression or any type of progression at all, so there was no reason to ever fight any enemies, besides just go past them and get ready for the bosses. And guess what else returns? The thing cards. So yep, there were specific ways to fight these bosses, and of course ways to just completely kill them in super quick fashion, and if you didn't have the special item, you had to leave the boss battle, go find that special item, and come back because you couldn't beat them any other way. Oh yeah, and guess what else wasn't in this game?
Go in your room. Go.
And then we have the recent Paper Mario The Origami King. Now, this game was actually a lot of fun, and I'm sorry if a lot of people didn't like it, I understand, but this game actually had a lot of potential. But of course, the thing that really drew it back for me was the battle system, and I'm gonna be quite honest when I say this might be one of my least favorite battle systems ever, and let me tell you why. The first half of this game is actually a lot of fun and very satisfying to figure out these puzzles, and I actually really like the boss puzzles as well, but the problem is, after about halfway through the game, they just rinse and repeat themselves. You'll see the same lineup of enemies over and over and over again and know exactly what to do in order to hurt them. But hey, look on the bright side. Things are no longer a thing. Well, you know, they're kind of bosses now, because yeah, you can actually fight a hole puncher, but besides that, they're gone. But you can seriously see Nintendo getting so close. They really do want to make a stretch and finally return Paper Mario to the way it was, but they just won't do it. We're not having original characters, partners are gone, and the battle system is all over the place. Why is Nintendo choosing to do this? What's actually very funny about this whole thing is, like, right before the game actually released, Nintendo actually responded on fan comments about the battle system and about the direction that Paper Mario has been going, and they literally said that they have been reading all of the comments ever since, like, Sticker Star, yet they just don't want to do anything about the battle system or anything. It's just so weird to me. Of course, there's the big mystery that somebody behind the Paper Mario games, whether it's actually the producer of Paper Mario or Miyamoto, we know that someone will not let Mario use original characters in Paper Mario for some reason, and I don't know why that's ever a thing, but who knows if this is going to continue on in the future, or will we always have to battle Koopa Troopas and Goombas for the rest of our lives. And then of course they bring up the fact that, well, they want to make sure that the Paper Mario franchise is always progressing and doing something new. I get that, but some parts of your game you can't change. It's like saying you always want to progress Mario games and 3D Mario games, but in the next Mario game, Mario's confined to a wheelchair, and he can't move. It's also just funny to me that Nintendo always thinks they need to add something new to the Paper Mario series in order to keep the game fresh, but they don't do that with like any other of their games for the most part. Like, they sure didn't worry about that when it came to Splatoon 3 being unique and different. Please don't kill me. But from the interviews and the way that Nintendo talks about Paper Mario, they talk about it as if it's still going to grow and flourish in the future. Like, we're definitely still going to see more Paper Mario games, and the sales have not been that bad. They've actually been pretty decent, of course, not counting the Wii U, because the Wii U was a dying console, but the rest of the sales were pretty good for a Mario RPG spin-off, and I think that we are definitely going to see another Paper Mario again soon in the future, but the question is, what form is that going to take? I also think that might be a reason they also decided to push aside Mario and Luigi, because they really wanted to focus on one Mario RPG, even though they technically have two now with Mario Rabbids. So of course that throws a wrench in things and makes me wonder, will that even be a competition? I mean, we had Mario Rabbids year one of the Switch, and then Paper Mario Origami came a couple years later, so that probably isn't a big deal. But hopefully whatever happens, the next Paper Mario game, we hopefully get some partner.